Today is August 24th, 2022. My name is Rob Carr of Kalamazoo Right to Life, and this is Pro-Life Week. Well, I really only have one thing to talk about today, and I saw this on a pro-life website. There's a candidate running for governor in the state of Georgia. Her name is Stacey Abrams. Maybe you've heard of her or seen her on TV. She's become quite a darling among the liberal media. They just swoon over her almost. She ran for governor 4 years ago and lost, and now she's trying again. She happens to be a Democrat, which also means that it almost automatically means that she is pro-abortion or pro-choice. And she also says, built into her personal narrative, is that she is the daughter of two pastors. And recently she spoke at a church where she shared some of her ideas about the Bible. And let's kind of go from there. She claims that she has a strong moral code and has a good understanding of the Bible. She said, quote, "I was trained to read and understand the Bible, and I will tell you this, there is nothing about the decision to eliminate access to abortion care that is grounded in anything other than cruelty and meanness and danger in the state of Georgia." So, not permitting abortion is cruel and mean and puts women in danger. The state's heartbeat bill that was passed a few years ago takes cruelty to a new level, according to Stacey, because it bans most abortions. Because for her, of course, abortion is health care, because abortion is a medical issue. Her Republican opponent, the current governor, Brian Kemp, is, according to Stacey, quote, "a hard-right religious extremist," unquote. He wants to make women second-class citizens in the state, and he knows better than women, what's best for them. He knows what's best for them. So in 2020, here's some statistics. In 2020, abortionists performed just over 31,000 abortions. And with the state's heartbeat law, 60% of those babies are now being saved. So do the math here, that comes out to roughly 18,750 babies are being saved every year because they're in that gestational period beyond the 6th week where a fetal heartbeat could be detected. Now, Stacey Abrams claims that God allows us the right to make our own decisions, our own choices. Free will that God has given us. Yes, I agree that God allows us to make decisions. Some good, some bad, and we have to face the consequences of our decisions. We are free to choose and to love Him and to serve Him and face the consequences of rejecting God. But where she misses the mark is that terminating a pregnancy is not the same as our choosing to have free will. Our choices, our decisions, our free will is personal. The decisions I make affect me. I decide whether to go to college or not. I decide to buy a particular car or the color of the car. I decide I want to buy that house or rent that apartment. I choose to have chicken for dinner or fish. I choose to start a Roth IRA or not. I choose to vote or to stay at home. These are singular decisions that I make. True, many of them can be joint decisions with parents or with a spouse. But in general, the decisions I make affect me. They're singular in their nature. But abortion is totally different because the consequences of terminating a pregnancy affect two individuals, the mother and the baby. Some women are relieved, others experience great regret. Many women go on with their lives. But what are the consequences to the baby? It's always death. The mother lives and the baby dies. When our choices interfere with another's life, then the state should get involved. We do not have the right to kill another person save self-defense. And all societies are based on that fact, that we do not kill another person. Our right of free will does not include and should never include the right to kill another human being. Societies have laws to limit or restrict bad behavior. A man steals my car, the police get involved. A man rapes my daughter, the police get involved. The man who steals my car may think that he has the right to exercise his free will, but the state thinks otherwise. Likewise, the man who rapes my daughter may think he has the right to exercise his bodily autonomy, but the state says no. His right of choice ends when he invades the rights of others. The abortionist attacks the physical life of another human being, the unborn baby in the womb, and kills it in the most barbaric, inhumane, uncivilized methods. Cruel punishments that we do not tolerate with animals. Going back to Stacey and her knowledge of the Bible, Proverbs 6:16-19 says this, quote, "There are 6 things which the Lord hates, 7 that are detestable to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush to evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a person who stirs up conflict in the community." It's pretty clear that God hates those who shed innocent blood. Is the baby in the womb innocent? In an abortion, whose blood is being spilled or being shed? The mother's or the baby's? One final thought from the Bible. Once Jesus was asked, "Who is my neighbor?" Jesus replied in Matthew 22, verse 34, that all the law and the prophets depend or are based on 2 great commandments. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And the second is like it, to love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus then told his parable of the Good Samaritan. So I guess to conclude here, so who is my neighbor? Who is my neighbor? The answer to that is everyone, every person, every human being, all colors and creeds, all levels of education and all levels of prosperity in all stages of life, at birth, before birth, when human life begins, at conception, the elderly, the infirmed, those in nursing homes, those on life support, preemies in the NIC units. All of life from conception to natural death. Those people are my neighbors. And those people, Stacey Abrams, are we commanded to love as we love ourselves. With that, I will let you go. Remember, vote no on this referendum if it's going to actually take place. We've got until August 31st when the State Board of Canvassers will decide whether or not to put this on the ballot and give it a number, or a letter, I should say, a letter, Proposal A or Proposal B. But like I told you last time, Right to Life in Michigan and its coalition fighting the referendum has gone to challenge the referendum or the wording of the referendum, because the petition the original petition has at least 60 grammatical errors, run-on sentences like you can't imagine. And for that reason, we're asking the State Board of Canvassers to disqualify the Reproductive Freedom for All's petition drive and its referendum for this November. So we still have to wait and see. We have a few more days before this is decided, but continue to pray that the State Board of Canvassers makes the right decision and rejects this referendum. With that, I'll let you go, and I'll see you next time.